We definitely. Wait, yeah. What was you saying?
So, like I said, I looked at it like you said, you were looking at it all night type shit. And for me, I just like looked at a couple videos here and there, and then what you sent me, and then I just after that I kind of slept on it because for me, it's annoying seeing people talk about things that they actually don't know about or don't have information about, and you just see like I don't know, it's like it's people more reacting with emotion than actual like the situation was going on. Like they reacting to how they feel about the situation versus what's actually going on. And we don't know what's actually going on to even talk about it that much.
All right, so what he's talking about and what we're talking about, everybody that's just tuning in, we're talking about the Travis Scott concert. What was it? The Astroworld concert that he had in Houston. They claimed that 8 people died, over hundreds was injured, but that's what he's speaking on. Well, go ahead, G.
So the first thing I wanted to touch on was like we were talking about earlier, you know, the medical portion of it, like the EMS and the how everybody was bashing
Yeah, because
the
I know you know about that shit because that's your field, definitely your field. But to reiterate, the dude said, one of the young boys said that he said the MTs, he said the medics was over there, and he said they was grabbing bodies, they was trying to get them CPR, and once they wasn't responding, they was turning them over and going on to the next person.
right. And that in mass casualty events, that's a system we call triage because we have such limited resources and limited personnel. And for one, as a first responder, we never like to try to work on scene. We try to get everybody that we can or whoever our patient is into our ambulance where we have control over what's going on in our environment. So for a, like me personally, I've never been in a mass casualty event or responded to a mass casualty event. The most I've ever had was like 3 or 4 patients, and like only one of them was critical at the time. So that was an easy scene. But like when you have 3 and 4 people going into cardiac arrest and you have limited resources and there's 50,000 people in your background screaming all around you, it's chaos and it's hell. And we have a system called a triage system in place that we get taught in school. And it's pretty much what patient is the most likely to survive with the care that we're giving them, or what patient has the best chances of survival. And so we it sucks to have to choose, you know, who you're going to help, no doubt, but it still has to be done because like I was telling you earlier, if there's a guy sitting on the street with no head versus a guy sitting in the street with the missing arm but he's breathing, I'm going to pick the guy obviously that who's breathing with the missing arm. But you know, it's weird seeing people talk about things that they don't know.
Okay.
And I you know, that was just my quick little.
I mean, like I told you, it's not a good look on him because
No, absolutely
just
not.
based off the fact of first the whole like his head being an open mouth with people being able to walk in and out of it. You feel me? Like that's trolling. You did it to yourself. You did that shit to yourself. And
your whole
I'm
career is
so
based off this
frustrated about
demonic persona.
because I tell people all the time when you have like that type of persona or that type of image that you have to keep up, because I even felt like that when we went to go see Trippy. He had a character inside of him that, that's his persona. That's him as a rapper. Him being Big 14, him being Big 14, him being Trippy Red, or the fact of him, writing, demonic symbols on his face, or, making songs like Topanga, or, always, devil horns. He had devil at the concert. He had devil on stage with him. He was telling people in the crowd they was going to die. He was like, you in the back with the yellow shirt, you're going to die. So my thing is that when you have personas like that and shit like this happen, it looks
fucking terrible.
It looks fucked up. And I kind of feel bad for him. I feel horrible for the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Well, those souls rest in peace, honestly, because those were children.
Yeah, I think the youngest they said was like 10 or something
10.
like that, like a baby.
He was 10. So
which I don't know how he was in the concert, but we're not gonna talk about that.
But see, the thing is, and that's another thing. They said 3 days before the event, they said that anybody of any age was welcome in as long as they had a ticket.
Now that I didn't know. That's unusual.
That's very unusual.
Usually you got to be 18 or accompanied with somebody who's 18.
It was
that's a piece of information I didn't know.
But also it had got to the fact where they had basically said that it was so many people in the lines regarding back to him tweeting, or he tweeted earlier that day, yeah, woo, like I want y'all to, you know, rush the stage,
Wild out,
fuck
turn up.
security, fuck the police, turn up, rage. He influenced rage so much. So they said that it was to the point where it was people in the fucking concert that didn't even have tickets. It was people in the concert that didn't even have tickets. So my thing is, after they knocked everything down, the barricades, and they knocked everything down, nobody tried to stop that shit. Nobody tried to control that shit. Venues that I've been to, G, they don't play that shit. Security don't play that. Boy, they'll tackle your ass like you motherfucking ran on stage.
On your head, boy.
They will tackle your ass. They don't play them games, G. They be out there deep. The venue is definitely at fault.
Yeah, because the lack of security that they had, and I don't know, that was just really weird. Like I only saw one video of security actually responding, and it wasn't even security. They brought cavalry in, like literally, like niggas on horseback, like officers on horseback. And I was like, I mean, yeah, that deterred the crowd for the time being, but they finna just go do the same thing at the next entrance. So they should have definitely had security more bulked up, especially when you're expecting the crowd that big. Like this amount of security they had was only to fit like a crowd, like when I was just at the Benny concert. Like, you feel me, fit a couple thousand people. My nigga, they had 50,000 people there.
I'm gonna be 100 with you, bro. I just seen Rolling Loud. And Rolling Loud that I think was in Miami, and then the Rolling Loud that was in New York. Security was thick.
As it should be.
No games. They security was thick. Anybody did anything out of character, they was on their ass. But also as well, the shirt that he had on, back again to all of these antics, was all him trolling. The shirt he had on with people walking into a door as regular people and then coming out the other side as the devil. Again,
like you can't defend certain things, even if this is what he really did. You know, like it's like you said, this is his character. Even though it is his character, you just certain things you can't defend. Like I have no words for that. And like,
did you see the portal? Them saying the stage.
Like, come on, my guy.
Like clearly, it looks like a portal.
Yeah.
It clearly like a portal, and I'm not even a conspiracy theory type of guy. I hate people that take a cereal box and break it all the way down to Captain Crunch Man being the devil. Like it'd be crazy. Like, see, why tricks only for kids? Why not the bunny? The bunny is a symbol. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that shit be wild to me. But the crazy thing is that I seen shit like for the way that the videos that people are uploading that I'm seeing on TikTok and different places, dog, the video of him like bobbing, and he was like hitting the damn near like a cutty him, and dead bodies was underneath him. Like, it wasn't far out in the crowd. This wasn't all the way over there. This was right underneath him, G. Well, a person can go from here down. Like, are you serious? You still gonna keep singing?
I don't know, man, because every concert I've ever been to, I've seen somebody pass out, and it's not something that's uncommon. So at this point in my life, if I go to a concert and somebody doesn't pass out, I'm thoroughly impressed. But like I said, like, it's really weird because like I said, I keep throwing this number of 50,000 out there. That is like,
that's massive.
A way bigger than average. Like, that's an arena style, festival going on or performance going on. And so for 8 to 10 people to, I don't know what caused them to go into cardiac arrest. I don't even know if they were actually in cardiac arrest, but clearly something happened because they're dead now. Rest in peace to them. But I don't know, man. It's just really weird. Like, I don't see how people bashing him for not stopping the show when people pass out, because it's something that happens at concerts so often.
It's something that happens at concerts.
That's the whole point. Like, that's the whole reason of having EMS staff doing standbys. I've even been standby before, working a concert before, and people pass out. People get drunk, people do drugs, or they just simply dehydrate and they fucking pass out. And all we do, we go pick them up, we take them to the ambulance, check their vitals, we ask them if they want to go to the hospital or not. If they say yes, we take them to the hospital. If they say no, we dump it back to the crowd and let the show go on. It's but it happens. It happens so frequent that it's normal. But the fact that it happened at his concert with the character that he has, that's what the big fight and the whoop is coming back from. I promise you, if he was like a Christina Aguilera and motherfuckers was passing out,
like
nobody would give a fuck.
Like I said, that like with the Ariana Grande concert, excuse me, with that concert, shit, people was, if I'm not mistaken, people were getting shot. So with people getting shot at her concert, like, and she felt terrible about it to the point where she put on another concert.
Getting shot at a goddamn concert? Ain't they got security that pat you down?
Ariana Grande concert, they were sniping motherfuckers. People was getting sniped, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate.
Yeah, and she felt bad about it. And but will he be canceled?
He's gonna receive a whole lot of lash.
It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot for him to come back from this shit. Cause I could see if I seen it here and there, and I was hearing about it here and there. Dog, this shit is everywhere.
Yeah, it's current breaking news right now. Like,
it is everywhere. Hashtag running fucking Twitter right now and everywhere else. And
you turn on any social media platform, hell, even the news, they talking about it.
Yeah. And they got their first lawsuit.
Yeah.
They got their first lawsuit. The venue, Travis Scott, and Drake.
The fuck Drake got to do with it?
That's because they trying to say because he was performing on stage while people was yelling help. But that ain't neither here and there. You know what I'm saying? But Drake definitely was on stage with him when people were screaming for help.
And it's me personally, I don't know about you, but I've never seen the show get stopped from people passing out or going unconscious. I've never seen it happen. I've never seen the show get held.
I've seen people stop shows for somebody passing out, but it depends on the venue. It depends on the venue. If it's like I promise you, if it was a Benny concert and somebody passed out and one of Griselda's seen that shit, they'll be like, yo, get this motherfucker some help. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my nigga, I'm telling you, a guy passed out at the concert I was just at. All that happened was he was like, hey, yo, is he good? And kept rapping.
Asked, was he good? But it wasn't 50,000 people out there either.
It wasn't. It was like 1,000 of us, if that.
You feel me? It wasn't 50,000 people either. So with that being said, you have to think about that shit differently, bro. You see this shit is massive. You know what you encourage. It's like, come on. It was like common sense to me, dog. It was kind of like common sense, dog. He probably done way more shows at more, you know what I'm saying, different venues, but the shit was poorly put together, bro. I see them little bitty ass gates, the little bitty ass.
Them flimsy ass gates was irritating my soul, man. I was like, man, what the hell you thought you was finna do with that?
Look, one dude jumped over it. The next nigga
broke that bitch.
Then the third one broke it, and instantly the whole damn thing around the concert just fell apart.
Yeah, those them pop-up shop type fences, boy.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Just to keep the animals out.
I don't know.
And there wasn't even nobody manning the gates.
No, I seen no security. That's why it don't help that people are saying what they saying, bro.
Yeah, I don't know, man. And
that's
like I was saying earlier,
that people saying what they saying because it's too in your face.
Yeah. And like you were saying, about, you know,
even if it was one person dying, G, the fact that your setup is that.
And remember we was talking and I was saying, like, even if that is like, you know, just his character and he really don't fuck with that shit for real, the power of manifestation is real and kicking, y'all. Like, the power of the tongue, that motherfucker exists. And for him to, you can unknowingly, I'm not saying this is what happens, but this is also just another perspective for the people who rock with this side of the nature, you know? And you can unknowingly channel some other forces, some other worldly energies and shit like that. I believe you can, which is why I don't play with certain words and play with certain things and talk about certain shit. Some things I just keep out of my vocabulary intentionally because I believe you can unknowingly or unwillingly, you know, be a gateway for some energies or some shit like that. And that's what he could have probably done that too. And, you know, we just would never know. All I know is that his whole event looked like a shit show. And it looked like a ill-prepared event.
Dog, When I said, but what's crazy is that the little boy that said that he seen what he seen, he seemed so traumatized and so like everybody. Okay, so this the deal, because we just sitting here talking about it. Everybody says that they got there earlier in the day and they said it was packed, but it wasn't packed. They said it was packed enough when Master P was performing. When Master P was on stage, the guy says that one of the people say that he couldn't breathe because it was so packed up front. Because once again, I don't understand why your main thought is to go to the front of a big ass crowd. That's not my main thought of getting out of dog. I went to Lollapalooza, and the one time when I seen how big that crowd got, bro, I was like, nah, I couldn't even go backwards too far. You know what I'm saying?
And see, my anxiety don't allow me to even
exactly.
Like I'm outgoing, I'm a butterfly and all of that, but I see too many people, I'm definitely gonna back a bit. Like you feel me? I gotta relax. And I don't know, but maybe I don't know, man.
Yeah, that shit.
I don't. And then the kid in the video said that he passed out before at Master P joint, but he went back to Travis Scott knowing that he wasn't feeling up to it.
No, but he said, but see, what he said is that how close he was, he made sure that he wouldn't go back up there. So he told all of his homies, like, look, don't take your ass back up there to that front or in that middle. He said, because it's gonna get dark outside and nobody's gonna be able to hear you scream. Nobody's gonna be able to hear you yell if you hurt yourself or anything go down, and you're not gonna get out of there. You're gonna be squished. He said, because I felt squished and I couldn't breathe. So when I got up out that bitch, I was like, I'm not going back. So he still stayed for the concert, but he was in a different area now, which wasn't in the mix. He said he ended up on top of like a gate. And he said the gate he was on top of, he could see everybody in the middle. He said, but once he seen somebody coming up, they were squishing each other and like trampling each other. So my whole thing is that he said that it was people that and the people at the venue as well, because a lot of people were so used to it and had that mindset that this happens all the fucking time. Because when he said he was pulling people into the VIP and people in VIP was like, the fuck is y'all doing? Get out of VIP. And he like, fuck that. I'm trying to save people's lives. These people dying. Even the kid that went over to the cameraman and tried to get the cameraman attention. And people was trying to tell him, shut the fuck up. And he like, man, it's people dying. I'm trying to save somebody's life.
I don't know, man.
So, I mean, it was like, it's too many people that could have stopped it, G.
Yeah, somebody's definitely going to have to take responsibility. And unfortunately for Travis, it's going to be him.
Unfortunately.
We're here for you. We paid to see you. You the headliner. You the biggest name out here. Probably outside of Drake. But it's your event, dog. You finna have to take this ass whooping pretty much.
Pretty much. And you know what? I hope he come back from it.
How he manages to do so, I have no fucking clue.
Man.
He gonna damn near have to change his music up a little bit. Nigga got to come up with a couple of gospel songs after that.
He gonna have to write a song. He gonna have to write a song for the venue itself for that one incident. He gonna have to go live.
You need like 5 or 6.
He gonna have to go live somewhere, because if that's the case, he owe a lot of people money if they shut that concert down, if they shut that tour down. Because if I'm not mistaken, that's a tour.
I'm not familiar with how they was doing. I thought it was just a festival, but
was it just
I thought I thought it was just a music festival like for Houston, which is why so much. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I could be wrong.
Was it Well, they say the concert was not a concert, it was a fight for survival. But see, my thing is that G, they said people, you can't sit here and say, look, 37 minutes afterwards, they declared a mass casualty. Now it's a mass, but y'all saying 8.
Well, because of the amount of injuries as well. 8 people in the EMS world is still considered a mass casualty event.
That's crazy. That's
pretty much anything over 4 people.
Now he talking about 3 hours ago officially Travis Scott to refund all Astroworld attendees and cancel his Day in Vegas festival appearance. I told you he got another one.
Mm-hmm. What did he say? It ain't a mosh pit, ain't no injuries. I know y'all gonna hate me for that one, but
so another dude came out and said he's partially paralyzed from the event. But that's what you promote chaos.
And that's what I've said it so many times. I'm like, yes, it's unfortunate that this happened, but he was correct when he said, y'all know what y'all came here for. This is his show. This is his character. This is his performance. Like, he's not a peaceful performer.
He had a show some years back in New York in 2018 when Astroworld released, and multiple fans had jumped from balconies.
Because what the fuck?
At that event. But gee, I gotta tell you something about this man's.
I mean, his shows promote chaos. I don't know how to stress it.
Travis Scott pleaded guilty to misdemeanors twice in connection with a performance in 2015. He was arrested within minutes of starting his set at Lollapalooza in Chicago after telling fans to climb over security barricades. He later pleaded guilty to reckless conduct. In 2017, he was accused of inciting a riot at a performance in Arkansas.
This is literally
allegedly again encouraged people to push past security. Multiple people were injured, and Scott ultimately pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct. So you used to this shit.
That's what I'm saying. This is
you
him.
Do this.
That's what I keep telling people. This is a Travis Scott concert. This is a routine Travis Scott performance. But the fact that people died at it, now it's a problem. This is his whole career. His whole career has been chaos as far as performance-wise. That's what he performed. He literally, you just said he tweeted hours before the event telling them to push past security. This is what he does. So for people to say that, like, you know, that's, I don't know. I have so many mixed emotions about the situation. I feel bad for the families. And I mourn the fact that these kids have to lose their lives going to just have fun, because that's all they want to go do anyway. They just want to go have fun and see one of their favorite artists perform.
Yeah, man. So I mean, from you get anything from this, stay away from shit like that. And you know, I'm gonna be real.
Know your crowd. Know your performer.
Yeah.
You know who your artist is. Cause I tell you one thing, I want to touch back on that Benny concert. He performed that show in the middle of the fucking slums in the city, okay? We was up there on Cicero. My guy, I know Benny got enemies. This motherfucker just got shot last year, okay? So shit like that, I know who he is. I know what he promote. I know what he talk about. So I'm on my P's and Q's out that motherfucker.
He got shot in a Walmart parking lot?
I'm not sure where he got shot. I just know he got shot.
It's somewhere though. Yeah, I think it was a Walmart. I gotta look. I gotta look that shit up real quick. But no,
that nigga definitely got shot last year.
Yeah.
Or maybe 2 years ago. I can't remember, but yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. But
so I mean, these people, these superstars that we go to see, these celebrities that we go to see, they are human. They're not gods, and you got to know who they are, because you got to know their characteristics. Like, do your research, people. As he just did, and within 30 seconds of research, he dated incidents all the way back to 2015 to where this is how Travis Scott performs his shows. This is not something that's not normal for him.
Yeah.
This is not something that's out of character for him.
Oh man, this sucks. I feel
it definitely sucks though.
I feel bad for those kids that lost their lives. I mean, it was definitely wasn't the smartest thing to do, but again,
Yeah.
if they're
And they
used
were
to,
babies, man.
yeah, those
These
those
is
was real,
babies.
those was real little kids. Um, but yeah, that shit is crazy. So just watch what you take in, because what you take in, you're gonna put out. So just chill with the shits. Let some of that shit go. All music ain't good music. Yeah,
Damn
this is it sound good, don't mean it is good. You feel
You
me?
gotta listen to these niggas. You really have to listen to these niggas.
Yeah.
And watch their music videos too. Good God.
Yeah, definitely watch them.
Watch their music videos. Them would tell
Hey,
you a lot.
you don't even have to have common sense to see that shit.
Their music videos will tell you a lot. Sometimes their videos don't even be having nothing to do with the song. It used to be random evil shit. You'd be like, bro, what?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
wild.
that's all I got to say.
That's wild. Well, y'all, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna keep an eye on this. I honestly feel like it was more than 8 bodies. I don't believe that it was just 8 bodies, but we will see. Maybe it'll never come out that it was more than 8 bodies. But from hearing the videos that I heard, they said it was way more than just 8 people, because the young boy said it had to be about 10 people by him that just wasn't responding, that was turning black and blue. And it scarred him, shook his soul and his spirit. So, I mean, no, it's a traumatizing event to a lot of these young kids. Just stay safe and stay out the way, goddammit. We see y'all next time.